I don't have to tell you that these days the Jewish people are being put to the test in a way that I don't recall during the course of my lifetime. Everyone has something to say about this, so I'm not going to use my words for this parsha preview, but the words of others. I begin with the words of our dearest Israeli friends, Nira and Ariel, who some days ago wrote us this text. Just wanted to let you know that we're all fine. Other than that, everything is really terrible. Everyone knows someone killed, wounded, or kidnapped. It is hard to hear and describe the murderous pogrom that was here. In addition, trust in the government is very low. There is great tension about entering Gaza. The matter of the kidnapped captives is horrific. Our contribution, apart from financial support, is mainly to take care of the grandchildren so that Roni and Orit in particular, who work as essentials in hospitals, can go to work. In short, the situation is very, very difficult and discouraging. Very, very difficult and discouraging. So why are the Jewish people being put to this test? Abraham could ask the same question. Our forefather Abraham, in this week's Torah portion, we're told, after these things, as Abraham, and God tested Abraham. He tested him by asking him to sacrifice his son Isaac. Why did God ask this of Abraham? Why put him to a test? According to our tradition, Abraham was put through 10 tests of his faith. Why? Didn't God know after the first or the second or the third? Did he need more proof of Abraham's faithfulness? One Hasidic master gave a beautiful explanation. He said that God was not testing Abraham to show his faith to God. God knew Abraham's faith. But God tested Abraham and tests all of us so that we can learn something about ourselves. When put to the test is when we learn something about ourselves that we could never know otherwise. So how is Israel doing when put to the test? These are the words of Yossi Klein Halevi, a noted writer and thinker. He says, at no time in Israeli history, including the first catastrophic days of the Yom Kippur War, has our military credibility been so undermined. Hamas' blow was devastating because the army failed so miserably, not only to preempt the attack at the border, but to stop the atrocities as they were happening, effectively abandoning the towns and the kibbutzim to their fate. Israelis have never gone to war so lacking faith in their leaders. And he goes on, we've never experienced anything like this. A prime minister in time of war who was afraid to mingle with the troops because of the outrage he is likely to encounter. The state has been criminally ineffective in dealing with the basic needs of the survivors. responsibility for the survivors was assumed by the activists of the democratic protest movement, those whom this government labeled as traitors. So according to Yossi Klein Halevi and to many, many others, the government and the military failed the initial test. But that's not the whole story. My friend and colleague, Rabbi Ariel Radkowski, points out our greatest achievement in the massacre was the way that Israeli society, entirely motivated from the bottom up, effectively mobilized itself. Many reservists didn't wait to be called up. Civilians overwhelmed the blood banks with donations. The paradox of this war is that while the distrust and contempt for our leaders has never been higher, neither has our morale, our love of country, our readiness to sacrifice, even our ability to unite. And Rabbi Radkowski goes on to write, close to 200,000 Israelis flew back home since the massacre to rejoin the reservist units. And all Israelis are starting to rethink their relationship with other Jews. All of you remember what Israel was like before October 7th, deeply, deeply divided over judicial review, divided over protests movements, divided over the most right-wing government in its history. There was talk of dividing the country between the kibbutzim and the urban, between the Ashkenazim and Sephardim, between the high-tech and the simple city folk, between the elites and the regulars, between the religious and the secular, between Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. And now Rabbi Radkowski writes, in Israel, the entire population is rethinking their preconceived notions about their fellow Israelis. Those who thought Haredim are nothing but parasite draft dodgers. Are now contending with the fact that a significant move among the community with the fact that there is a significant move among that community to enlist. Haredim are traveling around the country doing chesed, giving out food, handing out supplies and hugs to soldiers. And the Haredim, who felt that secular Jews were anti-religious, leftist hedonists, are contending with the reality that they're defending them personally now. And there is an upswing of interest in Yiddishkeit as a result of this war. The Haredim are bringing tefillin and tzitzis to secular Israeli soldiers who now want to wear them. We're learning that our fellow Jews are not racists and homophobes and traitors and deserters and parasites. They're our fellow Jews. And we are all in this as one. Another text, more recent, from Nira and Ariel. 3 weeks since Black Sabbath, the war is underway. Everyone does what they can. Some work in agriculture to save the crop of vegetables and fruits of farmers who have lost everything. Some help in selling their yard tomatoes, peppers, flowers. Many are engaged in cooking and collecting clothing for evacuees who are in every sort of places. And many come to the soldiers' gathering places, bring them food in the taste of home. The general feeling is unbearable, but together with it, there's an exhilaration because we have a wonderful people with no account for the wonderful solidarity we are exhibiting. They're united. And what about us? What can we do? Listen.
We, the children in Israel, are going through very sad, scary, and difficult times. We wanted to ask you for only one thing. Stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So all I ask is stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand. Stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, all the mountains should crumble to the sea. Stand by.
No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long
as you stand
by me. So all I ask is stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. All I ask is stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me.
Oh, stand by me. Stand by me.
Stand by me.
Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me.
Stand by me. Stand by me.